Underground Bunker. This is your proprietor. It's Sunday evening. I'm in Los Angeles. Thanks to you. I want to say thank you again for helping me with my travel costs. I had a very nice flight early this morning. I'm here on time. I'll be at the courthouse in the morning. Don't worry, Graham. I'll shave and try to look presentable. Have no idea what's going to happen in court tomorrow. Did the jurors come through their week okay? Are there any illnesses? Are there any problems with outside interference? I'm prepared for anything. Anything could happen tomorrow. Who knows? Of course, we're hoping that some more deliberations will go on and that they will be able to reach a verdict. But of course, at this point, perhaps a hung jury and a mistrial may be the most likely outcome, and we'll have to do this all over again in the spring. We don't know yet. We don't know. But, yeah, we're here for it. I hope you enjoyed that another little glimpse from Impact Magazine this morning. Scientology really did brag on recruiting somebody through their Super Bowl ads. And also through the Scientology TV channel, which I'm telling you is unwatchable. I remember when it first started in 2018, some people thought they'd do something funny and watch like 24 hours of it. And I thought, you can't. Even as a stunt, it's not doable. It's unwatchable. It's terrible propaganda. And at least for that first 6 months or a year, they tried to have some new things on once in a while. But have you checked lately? They're showing the same programs from 3 years ago, over and over and over. But even that costs a lot of money, even if they weren't making new programs. They are spending so much money on that TV channel, which nobody watches. Oh well, they got that one woman because her dog changed the channel on the remote. And then she called directory assistance to find a Scientology church. Sure she did. Scientology stories are always so... Anyway, there was another part of that article that I took those from. They were also bragging on bringing somebody in just through the websites they have. Some guy in Melbourne, Australia landed on Scientology's website, and that brought him into the fold. I mean, look, I've been going to that website every once in a while just to check on some stories I'm working on, and there's no doubt they put a lot of money into it. It's very slick looking. But it's all a mystery sandwich. They don't really level with people about what's going on. Same thing. I mean, that's the thing about those Super Bowl ads. They're very well done. They obviously pay outside agencies a huge amount of money to make these things. It's all a bunch of stock footage. Young people looking up in the sky and shots from a, space shuttle. And they never, ever say, well, if you come into Scientology, you're going to be spending a lot of money to learn how to stare for hours at a time without blinking. I mean, I'd give them some credit if they do that. I mean, some people would actually probably come in to check it out if you told them that. Pay us thousands of dollars and we'll find out what planet you were on 10 million years ago when you ruled an intercontinental space force. I don't know. Sounds kind of good, right? But of course, Scientology will never tell you what it is actually all about. Read a book, buy a course, come in, you'll figure it out eventually. So that's what's going on in those ads. And of course, now they've got me all excited about, we got a couple more months going until we got another Super Bowl, and we'll see what they come up with this year. And of course, I always take pains to explain to people, since they started showing Super Bowl ads since 2013, and every year, there's always people that are like, Scientology's advertising? What? Yeah, every year. But as I always take pains to explain, not once in those 9 years have they ever actually had an ad in the national broadcast. Those ads that cost $6-7 million for 30 seconds. They never have done that. It's during a 3.5 hour Super Bowl broadcast, the network always reserves a few spots for local advertisers so that your local affiliate carrying the game can sell a couple of ads to a local car dealer or whatever. That's what Scientology purchases in numerous markets: New York, Los Angeles, San Francisco. I've heard from people in places like Denver and Chicago that they've seen it. So they spend a lot less than that 7 million for 30 seconds, but they still end up spending a lot of money because if you remember after the game, you're still seeing the ad pop up again and again, and I think they do buy some national spots for those because they show them in the Grammy Awards and stuff like that. Anyway, the point is Scientology does spend millions of dollars on those ads. They just don't buy those incredibly expensive spots in the Super Bowl broadcast itself nationally. But, to me, the best part's the reaction. The derision from the public is just amazing. And of course, that's why I found it so entertaining that Scientology actually tracked one person down who had come to them through their ads that they spend so much money on. Scientology, you're just always so entertaining. And you did it again. So that was this morning's laugh. I hope you enjoyed that. Tomorrow morning, a little more serious. I will be on the spot. Please sign up for free emails at tonyortega.substack.com. Whatever is coming from court, it will come to your inbox when I send out a report once we know what's going on. I mean, assuming that the jury came through this week okay and they don't have any issues, they can start deliberating again in the morning, and then by the afternoon, according to something Deputy DA Ariel Anson said last week, they may move into a different phase where the attorneys are allowed to ask them some questions. I don't know. We'll see. A little more information about that tomorrow morning in a story I'm putting together. So until then, we'll have some fun. From somewhere in Los Feliz, California, this is your proprietor, signing off.